Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary, where this week we'll be talking about Loki Season 1, Episode 5, the penultimate episode. I There will be spoilers, so if you don't want any, leave now. Still here? Okay. I gotta say, I swear I do not want this show to end. It is fantastic, and this week was no exception. At the end of last week's episode, in the post-credit scene, we got introduced to the four Lokis. Boastful Loki, Classic Loki, Kid Loki, and Alligator Loki. And those four did not disappoint this week, as well as we were introduced to at least 15 other Lokis, including the President Loki, which we saw, and I thought that was just fantastic. I will say this, though. This episode had a lot of love going on in it. It kind of slowed me down a little bit. I was like, okay, I'm ready to see what's going to happen. We only got 2 episodes to go. This is one of them. What's going to happen? Give me some answers to some questions. And they gave me a few answers, but not a whole lot. So I'm expecting a whole lot for next week's episode. This episode started with Loki getting up and the other 4 Lokis telling him to come on because some giant cloud thing. Forgot what the name of it was called. It started with an A, but apparently it's also from the comics as well. They were in a place called the Void, and this giant cloud creature is what's preventing them from leaving. It's eating up everything that the TVA sends there. It's just gobbling it up, and that's its way of feeding itself. It's a giant purple cloud monster, starting with an A, its name, and yeah. It's pretty terrifying, actually, when you see it, because later on in the episode, apparently a warship, American U.S. warship, got dropped into the Void, and yeah, it got attacked. They tried to shoot at it with the cannons on the boat, and that didn't work out so well. So, yeah, not so great. Also, this episode, we saw that Loki and Sylvie, sort of, kind of expressed their care, i.e. love for each other. Shared a blanket for a moment, promised not to, trick each other and turn on one another. So I'm hoping to see that remain true, hopefully. Also, we got to see all of the Lokis fight, a whole group of Lokis fighting. Not to mention this. Classic Loki took our Loki to his hideout, his little hideout, because they were hiding from all these other Lokis, the 4 that we got introduced to last week. And yeah, we went down there. They had a conversation about what their pruning status was and how they ended up there. But on the way down, we go through a little floorboard scene. And first off, we see a Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, in the dirt. And right beneath it, sorry everyone, there was a fly. Right beneath it, there was Frog Thor in a jar. I could not believe it. I said this last week. I was like, well, we got Alligator Loki, we got Frog Thor in the comics, and now we have Frog Thor confirmed in the MCU. It is a marvelous thing to behold. I love it. But beyond that, they were talking about how they got pruned and everything else. And, the one Thor said, the boastful Loki, he said that he took all the Infinity Stones. He killed Iron Man and Captain America, And, yeah, boastful, so they called him on his lie. Alligator Loki apparently ate the wrong pet, and that was his Nexus event. Let's see, Classic Loki, he apparently defeated everybody, conquered everything, did not get killed by Thanos. He made an illusionary projection of himself and escaped as inanimate debris, he said, as he floated through space. And so he finally found a realization that he was a problem. Every place he went, there was something going wrong. And so he stayed to himself on a planet for many years. A long time, people. And then when he got lonely and missed his brother and wanted to leave, that's when the TVA stepped in and pruned him. We also learned that Kid Loki, apparently his Nexus event was that he killed Thor. The thing that our Loki has been trying to do forever. And the look on our Loki's face when he said it was like, dang, that was what I was trying to do. And now that you've said you've done it, I don't really feel so good about that. Because I think that Loki genuinely loves his brother Thor. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Ravonna Renslayer still trying to cover her tracks at the same time trying to find out more information about what's going on with these rogue timekeepers that she realized that they're not real, but she's fully and completely drunk the Kool-Aid. She's all in. She wants to do everything possible to keep the TVA going, and seems a little crazy. So she goes, and they had already put Hunter B-15 into a cell, so she went to go visit her and to find out more about Sylvie, because she know that Sylvie had touched her and enchanted her, trying to find out what her motives were, and she basically told her, you already know what her motives are. Take down the TVA, kill the timekeepers, and since they were fake, as you well know, she's going to do whatever she can to find out who's behind it and take them down so they can crush everything. Which is why I think Ravona's like, yeah, I want to find out who's running it too and make sure that they don't do that. We had some funny moments with Ravonna and Sylvia earlier in the episode when Sylvia was trying to question her, and Miss Minutes did the stalling thing. I swear, Miss Minutes is a part of this some kind of way. I don't know what that little androidic, cartoonish little thing is about, but yeah, Miss Minutes is dangerous. I don't trust Miss Minutes. I love Tara Strong. She's doing the voice for Miss Minutes, but yeah, Miss Minutes is dangerous. I don't trust her. Anyway, that was a trade. That's what made Sylvie, in the end, have to prune herself. Yes, she pruned herself because it was all a setup. She pruned herself, got to where the void was, and while she was there, when she got there, the little cloud thing attacked her, and she had kind of like enchanted it a little bit, and she saw visions in it, which means that it is sentient, alive, it has thoughts and memories. And so she came up with the idea, which she shared with Mobius when he saved her in a very, very small pizza car. That's what her plan is. She's going to find out what's going on, and she got to get through the void. Meanwhile, Loki and the other four, our Loki's idea is to just kill the void. Yeah. So when they all meet up, Sylvia immediately points out that that's just a bad idea. So yeah, they're not going to do that now, and so now the plan is to try to enchant the void. Like I said, she's got to be, in the end, going to be Enchantress, even though I'm wondering if she's going to even survive to the end of this season. I know there's a season 2, but that don't mean she's going to be a part of it, people. Just saying. So then they decide to go through with their plan. The Loki's decide to stay. The 10-pad gets given to Mobius, who leaves, gives everybody a good luck hug, calls Sylvie his favorite Loki, which was kind of funny. I love Mobius. Owen Wilson is fantastic in this show. This is like one of the best roles I've ever seen him in. Wow. Got to get my wow in there. Wow. Yeah, he did all of that. He left. The other Lokis stayed. They decided they weren't going to go through with the plan, except for our Loki and Sylvie. They're going to go and try to enchant the thing. So the other Lokis go off. Our Lokis go to try to distract the thing. They waited for something big to happen. It didn't go like they thought it was going to go. And Sylvia almost gets eaten until what happens? Classic Loki pulls out the magic and makes a ginormous illusionary Asgard. It was so fantastic. That shows you the power of his old classic behind. I'm trying to tell you, classic Loki. The costume looked ridiculous, but it was just comic gold. It was beautiful. Beautiful to behold. And he did it. He distracted the damn monster. The monster went to attack this fake ass city, tried to eat it. And while he was doing that, our Loki and Sylvie were able to enchant this monster, get the memories, break it down, open it up, and lo and behold, there's a castle. There's a castle. And this is how the episode ends, with them walking through the portal to go to this castle. Who's in the castle? Who is behind the TVA? I know that it's popular to think that it's going to be Kang. We know we got Kang coming in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania next year. But I don't think it's going to be Kang. I believe it's going to be yet another Loki and for one reason only. There's one particular trailer scene from all the trailers for this show that we have yet to see. And that is Loki sitting on the Asgardian throne. We haven't seen that yet. So I'm thinking that's where that's going to come into play. He's going to be sitting on that Asgardian throne, and yeah, it's going to be Loki all along. I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting. I can't wait to see you guys next week for the season finale of this phenomenal show. Marvel, I don't know what to say. Marvel they took the cake with this one. This one was great. I loved WandaVision. I loved Falcon and Winter Soldier. I really loved Falcon and Winter Soldier. But this This has just been one epic surprise of the surprise of the surprise, as well as a setup for Phase 4. You know, Phase 4 of Marvel movies, they coming. They coming. Matter of fact, they're here. And I can't wait to see how this is going to work out. The multiverse is here. You know, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I hope to see all of you guys next week for the finale of this season. Enjoy. Everyone, have a great day. See you next week.